8-time All-Pro and greatest safety to play the game. Are you dressed like Akeem from Coming to America?
I am Akeem.
Okay. Akeem, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm so great. Are you Ed Reed dressed as Akeem, or are we doing the whole interview as Akeem?
Ed Reed asked me to do the interview for him, yes.
Okay, I love everything. Ah, there it is, a perfect split screen. Is this what you dressed as for Halloween?
No, this is my work attire.
That is your work attire. You are here. Are we going to be able to talk about the Bengals-Ravens game?
Most definitely.
Yay!
Yes.
I love that. First of all, most importantly, how is Ed Reed's dog, B-More, doing? Is he still hanging out around there? Can I see him?
Yes, he's right over there. You want me to get him now?
I would love for you to go get him. I think why not? Sounds like the perfect thing.
Take me but a second here. Hold on.
No problem. We have Ed Reed joining the show as Akeem from Coming to America, a movie I haven't seen in a very, very long time, so I might need a refresher. Do you guys have questions for Akeem or Ed Reed? We're going to break down this game, of course, a big, big one tonight. Prince Akeem is here. Why not? We're looking. Hi.
Come on, boy.
Hey, B-More.
Oh, you spilled my tea, man.
I don't remember Prince Akeem smoking cigars in the movie.
No, he's grown up a bit.
I feel like, are you playing a prank on me or something? I don't quite understand, but I like it. Where is he? I don't see him. Can you pick him up?
He's
oh,
right
there he
here.
is. He's so freaking cute. Hi.
B-More. Come here, boy.
We love that you have a dog. Oh, there he is. Oh, the cutest little puppy named B-More. I know who's picking in this game. What do you think? This is such a big game tonight. You know, you got after a lot of teams in your career, but I would like to just remind people how Ed Reed got after the Bengals, okay? 55 solo tackles, 10 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 4 fumble recoveries. When you think Bengals, what do you think?
I think it's division game. It's playoffs. You know, we have to play good football during that time. You play them twice. You know, I heard someone mention that, you know, it's another Thursday night game, you know, which the NFL knows that. I mean, it's that time of the season where you got to separate yourself.
You and your Ravens, 11-8 against the Bengals. Always tough, always hard to pick. You had a punt return in your career. I want to get to this, which also happened against the Bengals. I just want to relive those amazing times. 2007, 63 yards. Do you remember this?
Yes, like it was yesterday. My only punt return I ever had in the NFL for a touchdown. Yeah, that's like the staple of my career. Coach Belichick talked about me playing special teams a lot. Special teams made me. I started that in high school my freshman year, and I never looked back. Once I got that opportunity, I grabbed it, and, you know, I came to America.
You came to America, where you then in 2012 in America picked off Andy Dalton. Can we talk about that? It was 34 yards back to the house, and that's when you broke Rod Woodson's all-time interception return.
Yeah, it was an overthrow.
Record. Oh.
Yeah, it was an overthrow. It was an overthrow to the tight end on the 7 route. I actually pulled my hamstring on that play with the stretch out, just going out of bounds, you know, knowing the rules of the game, just stretch the ball across, don't let the big boy touch you, you know, but yeah, remember it like it was yesterday.
Do you think that record ever gets broken?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
The 2 closest players are Gibson, 38th all-time with 758, and Tyrann Mathieu, 149th all-time with 524. I mean, the record is 1,590 yards. I don't know if that's getting broken.
Yeah, I mean, it might be sometime, it might not, you know, but change is the inevitable.
You don't care. It doesn't bother you.
I mean, not that I don't care, you know, it's not that, but how long has this been already?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's over 10 years, 12 years.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a milestone in itself, you know, in this generation with the rules change. They're throwing the ball more. Like, I would love to play amongst these kids these days because it's all about, you know, precision, technique, which it's always been about, being where you're supposed to be, doing your job. You know, you still got to tackle, and the game is still physical and violent. You can't take that out, but it's just a smart man's game. And I always love that part about it. That's what you hear, Coach talk about Coach Belichick, and other players when we get together. They speak about, I speak about them, and they speak about me. Those guys who separated themselves, the Bradys of the world, the Ray Lewises, countless amounts of guys, Peyton Mannings, the battles we had, even the Carson Palmers and Chad Johnsons of the world, speaking of Cincinnati, but, somebody got to win, somebody got to lose, on this day, let's go Ravens, right?
I mean, do you think they pull it out?
No doubt, no doubt. It's that time of the year. Those guys seem focused, defense got a challenge tonight, as always. Offense got to come out, handle their business, and come out and get that win.
How do you stop when you watch Joe Burrow and he's sort of, he's got this coldness to him? Does it remind you of anybody? How do you read him?
Yeah, I mean, he's been to a championship. You got to do your homework. You got to cover your guys. You got to be where you're supposed to be and rely on your teammates to do their job. Let the rush be the rush. And you cover your guys and take care of that high-flying offense they got over there, though they got some stuff they going through.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a little surprised, Prince Akeem, that you're saying that you're sort of saying that you wish you could play with these guys and you like the precision of it, but all the rules have helped them and not you. Yes,
my game when we played was different in where I'm from. In Zamunda we played soccer, You
would want to play with these guys.
We call it football.
I feel like the rules have made it harder for an Ed Reed to do what he does on the field that he did before. No?
Absolutely not. I was a smart player. I never played the game with ill will. I was not out there taking guys out physically. When I did hit guys, it was hard and righteous. So I know I could have played. I could play in any era. You know what I'm saying? Like football is football. You go back and you catch clips of me, Ray, and I just saying it's football. We keep it simple. Football hasn't changed. I played football from when I was 4 years old up until retirement. And what makes y'all think the game has changed that much to where I couldn't play it again? That's crazy.
I would love.
I'm a Hall of Famer on any planet. Like, what are you talking about? Football is the same game. What are y'all crazy? Like, I could play quarterback better than some of these guys right now. What are you talking about?
Who could you play quarterback better than?
I said some of these guys. Whoever you want to put in that title, you go ahead.
Okay. Do you think you could play quarterback better than 30% of the league?
I won't discredit the guys and what they can do at all.
Got it.
But I know one thing. The game hasn't changed much.
Yeah, I gotta say.
Though they just keep adding rules, that's complications and distractions for the fan. Media yourself, because I've been on this side of things as an analyst too. The game don't change. I've been in the locker room. I've held the playbook. I've pretty much transcended this game as a human being.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't. Do you think that I was saying that you couldn't play now?
No, I'm just saying that you said it. Like,
no, I said that wouldn't you have I'm surprised to hear you'd want to play now because the Dwight Freeneys, the Tom Brady's, there's a lot of, complaining about the evolution of the game. The rules change, but you're saying not. I was surprised by that. Not that you couldn't do it.
That's like, again, that's a distraction. Like, I can care less. Those same guys who say that, if the Lord said the same today, they would still be playing football. Brady just retired.
Yeah.
He's an analyst now. He's supposed to provoke, conversation.
Yeah.
That's all that's what we have in now because, the rules have changed. But needless to say, Brady ass would still be playing. What are you talking about? He just retired like 10 minutes ago.
He did retire about 10 minutes ago. You bring up Bill Belichick. He always brings you up. I feel like every time he's on something or you're on something, there's such a beautiful respect there. Do you two talk often?
Not as often as I would like, but no, man, we had a bunch of great conversations, and now that we're on this side of it, and coaches in that world, you know, he he's getting to see and do things he wasn't able to do, and appreciate the game from a different side. Yeah, he was talking about me, but he was talking about Emerson Walls, who should be a Hall of Famer. So don't be missing the message. When coach is talking as well. I appreciate coach. For giving me my flowers. You know what I'm saying? Because he's that guy. He's been one of those guys. He's come from amongst a bunch of great teachers. And people who've done something in this game, from the Nick Sabans to the Ozzie Newsomes, to what's my guy name? Oh, yeah, Bill Belichick. They all work together. A couple of the Baltimore Ravens, staff members too, who I could talk about. But,
I think it's important. I feel like people criticize Coach Belichick. There's this whole, he's...
Place. Yep.
Just that there's this idea that Bill did it because of Tom. Tom was the reason Bill was Bill. All of that. So I think it's important that you sort of acknowledge.
It's two-sided. It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
It's two-sided, and there's actually a lot more people on that street, because when you talk about winning, the energy has to come from the people, the city. You know what I'm saying? It has to come from Robert Kraft on down. Because you could talk about other organizations that are not led well. You could talk about the cities that don't support their team. They're fair weather. So it's a lot that plays a part in it. There's no question why Kansas City's won a bunch of championships. Their fan base is crazy. Same for Pittsburgh. Same for ours. In the span that we've been an organization. Do you understand? So, yeah, that's what it's about. Go ahead, honey. Take a chance.
You're wearing, we have to talk a little fashion, I think, while we have you here, Prince Akeem, because
of course.
The Ravens have a little thing going on tonight, but the red uni for the Texans, your former squad, caught my eye. Have you seen these?
I have.
I really want your take on the Texans' hot tamale uniform. Go for it.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it because, those guys, have come a long way as an organization. I've been fortunate to be there and seen the growth. I love what they're doing. And yeah, it's time to, evolve as the game has evolved. And change the uniforms is part of it. It happened when I was in college. It happened when I was Baltimore Raven. I remember our old uniforms, those antiques, when we were wearing Reeboks and stuff. I actually got a picture of it right here. That's crazy.
Can I see it? What, like in a frame?
You want to see? Yeah, it's a
I just
poster.
love show and tell with Ed Reed. Come on. Of course I want to see it.
I just so happen to have this poster.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, those were clean.
Yeah.
Those were clean. First, is that your favorite? What's your favorite uniform?
Unis. They got on Reeboks. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Well, Ed Reed, what was your favorite uniform all time? What was the best look? The one that we were like, I feel good, I'm going to play good.
I feel good, I'm going to play good. I dress good, they pay good. I'm about to ball on them. Oh, man, it's got to be Thursday night football. Lights on, all black. I probably listen to Juvie before I go out there because I'm from New Orleans. Shout out to the Hot Boys for doing their thing, getting together and moving. B Jizzle,
yeah,
Wayne, Turk, Juvie. Yeah, I'll be in all black.
And I think the all blacks are just the best.
Yeah, I'll be in all black sometimes.
That was maybe they should make a Prince Akeem uniform.
They could possibly do that. I might have to call to Zamunda, make a donation to Baltimore Ravens. Yes. See. Yeah.
Do you think they can win the Super Bowl?
Of course.
What's it going to take?
Of course.
You have no questions about the secondary on the Baltimore Ravens this morning?
There's questions about every secondary because nobody's perfect. The game could be skewed when you look at stats. Yeah, they have some times where guys may be open, but it's all about improving. It's all about being good today. The stats don't matter. What you've done in the past don't matter. It's about being good today and winning today. You know, this game's going to be a battle regardless. The game has been close. I don't think they've won by a decent margin, either team, when they've played. So this is always, like I said, it's going to be a tough game. It's a playoff game. I told you I think about that when you asked me what do I think about this game. It's a playoff game, so you play them twice a year. You know, when you play somebody twice a year, you're going to know them a good bit. You know, it's almost like a brother. You know, we live in the same house, that AFC North.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's on and pop.
We talked about the Texans uniforms, but I do want to ask you something about this. They've got this big matchup. Those hot tamale all reds are going to be worn on Sunday Night Football. They got the Lions at home. Lions, they are crushing it. They look incredible. They've got Kirby Joseph. They got Brian Branch. I wanted to ask you about this play because Brian Branch got ejected. I don't know if you've seen it. Let's take a look here. It's against the Packers. Brian Branch gets ejected for this. What do you think?
Yeah, they're gonna, anytime it's helmet to helmet, they're gonna look at it and it's gonna be questioned. Now you got the human factor on who makes that call to kick you out of the game. The fact that he lowered his head as he's looking at him, they're gonna think that almost is malicious. You understand? They're gonna think that that's malicious. In a sense. So he's going to get kicked out. But you got to know the rules of the game again. Like, you got to know the rules.
Penalty, but ejection, that deserves an ejection.
In this game today, they're going to kick you out. Again, that's what the rule is. There's no question about whether it's an ejection or not. The rule is they're going to eject you. I can't say that they should or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're asking me, it's a bang-bang play. It's part of the game. It's the reason why you wear a helmet. You see what I'm saying?
I do. I do see what you're saying.
So to me, no. Let them play. If you want to throw a personal foul, throw a personal foul. Me, personally, I don't even think it's a flag. I don't, but that's the rules. You see what I'm saying?
There we go.
The game I come from, that's not a flag. I used to play this game in Zamunda with no helmet. Like, we played literally with no helmets on and hitting each other head to head. Like, cats used to have hickeys, big-ass knots on their head. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm okay, right? I'm sitting here okay. So it's not necessarily what people think it to be. Like, we need to really go back and research and talk about the things that's going on in football, because obviously it's not what we make it to be. And I talked about this on Manning Cast with the concussions and the padding of the helmet. I forgot what they call it, the garden or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not physically taking care of yourself, because I have a 16-year-old who played this game, and I've talked to him about this constantly. If you're not physically taking care of yourself, son, you're not going to last in this game of football. It's not going to happen. I don't care who you are. Talent is only going to take you so far. If you're not working out and training, you can forget about it.
I mean, everything you did got you that Hall of Fame jacket. You're sitting here now. I was thinking of your Hall of Fame bust this morning, and I thought about it. It got a lot of, sometimes it'll just pop up on Twitter. People will start talking about it, and it got a lot of mentions when this Dwayne Wade statue was put up. Did you see?
Yeah, I saw that.
Listen, you couldn't help him and give him your sculptors? Like, you couldn't help a guy out?
I tell you what, if they think about doing any more statues, give me a call and I can talk to him for my guy. You know, I represent him. I don't want anything from him, but he's the man to go to, man. Like, I see everybody talking about it now because statues are a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
From the the history that we come from, and now trying to write a new history, especially with sports figures amongst coliseums and stadiums. We should do right by those guys. I ain't got no comment on Dwayne Wade's one or anybody else statue. That's what it is. But that's not nothing big.
Why is yours so, even just in the NFL Hall of Fame, why is yours so good and everybody else's is like a different level? Why is yours the best one? Why? How did you do that?
Communication is everything. I took the time to go sit with Mr. Blair.
Yeah.
I met his wife. Her and I talked. We hit it off. I sat there for hours. Honestly, I took the time to go there and just meet him, see what he do. The man is awesome. That's my dog kicking the camera. The man is awesome. He and his wife, and it was actually a peaceful time that I had amongst getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. Like, that was one of the pleasures that I enjoyed, getting my bust done, going to sit down with Mr. Blair. That was really peaceful. It was. I never pictured myself, obviously, as a statue to any degree. So it was a joy just to sit there,
Yeah, it's amazing and immortalized, and everybody would like a statue. And I love that you realize how special it is, and you were very smart and thoughtful, and communication is key, as you said. When I'm looking at the league outside of this game, this is a big game, right? Playoff game, like you said. I love hearing that. It's big on both sides. It'll be so fun to watch. So, we're 10 weeks in. Is there anything that surprised you this season, whether it's the Jets and Aaron Rodgers, or whether it's a team really doing well, like a Jaden with the Commanders? What sort of stuck out to Ed Reed?
Yeah, I think the Commanders honestly have been the biggest surprise, because over the years I followed them. I only followed them because, for one, they're right close to Bmore, and a little Beltway rivalry have. But my son had became a Washington fan for the last few years. I mean, when they've been terrible, like, he's chose like he's like, I want the underdog, Dad. Speaking of underdog, come on, underdog. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sit. 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 Sit.
The one thing that isn't scared of Ed Reed, a puppy. Oh, is he gone? There he is.
Yeah, he had to. He's got a lot of energy right now.
Yeah, he's not listening. You're communicating to him. He's not listening to you.
Yeah, because I'm occupied.
I know.
Messing with him. But the Commanders have been a big surprise. Also, I like what Detroit's doing. I'm keeping my eye on them. They look different. They look a lot different. He made himself back. Look at him.
I can't see him.
I left the gate open. Sit.
I want to ask you this last one.
Sit.
The Chiefs, because we're playing all these games, but the Chiefs just look like they're unstoppable, and they add DeAndre Hopkins. And stay with me here. DeAndre Hopkins, I believe, from his rookie year, right? That was your last year with the Texans. What do you remember about rookie DeAndre Hopkins, and then how's he doing now?
His hands.
Yeah?
His hands, his work ethic, it was all there. D-Hop a little older now, but I'm sure he's still crafty. You know what I'm saying? He's in that stage where you put the ball somewhere around him. I'm sure he can get it to he'll come down with it. So, yeah, that's my guy.
Love that. So the Texans got a big one against those Lions. Who wins that one, Ed?
Detroit.
Sunday on the road against the Texans.
They on the road?
Yeah, they're in Texas, in Houston.
Houston win.
Houston. Why'd you switch? The home matters that much for the Lions?
Home field advantage right now.
Okay, you think the Texans...
That was because of where we at in the season. Because of where we at in the season, I got to give that to the home team.
Okay, so the Texans win. You got the Ravens winning tonight. I'm trying to think of another game. Do you have a sleeper team for me when it comes to Broncos Chiefs? That's a good one. You think Broncos can upset the Chiefs? The Chiefs got to lose, Ed.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
You're the best. Enjoy watching tonight. How many cigars do you smoke a day?
2 or 3.
2 or 3 a day?
Yeah, maybe. It varies. Not all the time.
And that's wild. Great to see you. Great to see Little B more. And good luck to the Ravens tonight.
Bless.
I don't even know what's going on. Ed, you're hilarious. Love you. You're a Hall of Famer, always, everywhere. You're amazing. I wish you'd still play right now. You just teased the whole world with that. You get back on the field.
No, you don't. No,
I'd
you
like
don't.
to see
I
it.
love you too. I appreciate it.
Good to see you as always. We'll be back after.